The news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
And we are in a nice pattern, a cold morning, a warm-up, and sunshine, but will it continue today?
Well, we have some clouds today, maybe a few sprinkles, but compared to what we saw earlier this week, Gary, this is a much nicer end to the week,
Yeah.
Let's take a look right now at the current conditions. Yes, it is a bit chilly to start. I wouldn't say it's as cold as the past few days. In fact, you got some warmer temperatures up north near Watertown at 40, 42 in Rochester, in the mid-40s out in Buffalo. So we have this warm-up moving in early this morning. Now, where is that from? Well, it's from a cold front moving its way eastward, but in the process, we have this south wind arriving, which will usher in those temperatures early this morning. A live look in Cooperstown. We have a quiet scene out there today, and as we head throughout the morning, we're going to be tracking maybe a brief shower this afternoon. It would be on the lighter side, though. This might not have any impacts for most of you. In fact, much of our area will just be under cloudy skies. We are tracking some rain chances this weekend, especially on Sunday. We have the latest data coming in this morning on how Sunday will shape up. Plus, it will be turning unsettled next week. We will have a preview of the travel forecast if you are heading anywhere for Thanksgiving or if anyone is heading to your place for Thanksgiving. But again, either way, today's temperatures peaking in the mid-40s, a brief light shower expected. Again, we have all the details on that rainfall chance in that weekend forecast straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks, and don't.
This live look of downtown Cooperstown is brought to you by the Leatherstocking Credit Union.
Happy Friday, everybody. Weekend's finally around the corner here, and we have a pretty nice one. Now we're dodging some rain chances, but we'll get to that here in a second. First, here's your forecast in a minute as you head out to work today. Let's start out with a quick update on the frost potential today. Well, we have a bit less compared to the past few, but some of you in the higher elevations might have a quick scrape to deal with this morning. Now, the reason for that is you head down into the Mohawk Valley, at least the Utica-Rome area. We are slightly above freezing at 32, 33 degrees. Wind chill still feel a bit chilly out there. Sunrise 7:04, sunset still at 4:36. Roadways looking dry this morning, and today we'll see a chance of a brief shower early this afternoon. That's really about it for rainfall chances. It appears to be on the lighter side, and this weekend, not really too bad. Clouds to start Saturday, sunshine in the afternoon, and then Sunday we'll be dodging some light rain chances, even a few flurries up north, sprinkles in the Mohawk Valley. We'll dive into that all-important weekend forecast coming up in just a few minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks. The abandoned former Columbus.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good Friday morning. Hope you all enjoyed all the sunshine we had the past few days. Today, not really a lot of opportunity to view it, but it will be a mostly dry day, so that's the silver lining here. Live look at downtown Utica. We have a bit overcast skies here across much of the Mohawk Valley. Temperature at 42 degrees, so it is a little warmer in sections of downtown Utica. This might be a bit of an error here with that temperature reading, just because in the valley it's in the 30s. I'll dive into this. I want to clarify before I realize it's 42. It didn't quite feel like 42 this morning, but again, I'll look at it here in a second. A radar and satellite showing the system moving its way eastward, producing maybe a flurry up north or even a sprinkle right now as we head into the late morning and early afternoon. In terms of sunshine, again, today not a whole lot of it. There will be more opportunities tomorrow, especially in the afternoon, and then a few breaks Sunday and Monday, but Sunday looking more on the unsettled side. So let's take a look here in the bigger picture. As I mentioned yesterday, see these fast-moving lines on your screen right here? That's the jet stream, a highway of winds in the upper atmosphere, still steering and guiding these rain systems mainly outside of our area. See this rain shower right here? Could clip the southern portions of Shenango and Otsego County, but that's really about it. It quickly heads out to sea. Saturday, almost entirely dry. Sunday, our next system here is from a secondary weak disturbance in the atmosphere. And you can see here, really not a whole lot of impacts, maybe a few sprinkles or even a few flurries. So overall, the weekend not looking that unsettled. So today, a brief shower, light shower if that, this afternoon. Highs in the 40s. Tonight, it's in the low 30s to mid 30s with cloudy skies. Here's, as I mentioned, south of Route 23. Could be seeing a brief shower in the early morning hours. That'll quickly end, though. We'll have breezy and sunny conditions in the afternoon with highs in the low to mid 40s. Sunday starts out a little chilly. Clouds increase, a spotty flurry or two in the Adirondacks, a spotty sprinkle in the Mohawk Valley. Really negligible in terms of any accumulations, if that. So for now, it appears to be a mainly quiet weekend. A quick preview of the Thanksgiving travel report. So Wednesday, if you are heading out of the Syracuse airport, for now looking at the 40s with rain showers on and off. If you are traveling anywhere around the U.S., it's warm in Miami, 80 degrees obviously. That cold front already moving through Chicago at 37, New York City and San Fran around the 60-degree mark. Of course, San Fran typically this time of year looking mainly quiet. 7-day forecast, we have rain chances increasing early next week, and then as we head into Thanksgiving itself, we are following a big change in the weather pattern, a cool down moving in. We're still looking for more information on the potential for snowfall or anything like that, but what we are looking at right now is a cool down and some changes on the way for Black Friday and beyond.
Yeah, the weekend looks great.
Yes, this weekend though, no major cool down just yet.
Eric, thanks. The time right now is 5:20, and thank you for joining us for this half hour. I'm Gary Lubitor. If you're getting the kids ready to head out to the bus stop, once again, dress them warm. Meteorologist Eric Gage over in the Weather Center. And Eric, it's a little warmer today than yesterday morning, right?
Yeah, a couple more degrees warm. It's still in the low 30s, so make sure the kids have a nice little warm layer heading out to the bus stop. Happy Friday, Gary. Happy Friday, everyone tuning in this morning. Let's take a look at what you can expect heading outside today. Again, this morning, upper 20s, low 30s, quiet start. More clouds in the sky compared to yesterday, so that's a difference here. Live look at Oneonta. Again, a pretty quiet morning from the City of the Hills. Temperatures ranging in the upper 20s to low 30s in sections of the southern valleys. So what can you expect today? Cloudy skies, a brief shower possible, but those rain chances very light, and a lot of us will remain entirely dry. We are tracking some rain chances this weekend. We do have brand new information, new data that just came in this morning on how Sunday will shape up. And then finally, it's looking a little bit unsettled as we head into next week. We'll dive into the upcoming systems we're tracking and actually pretty much how Thanksgiving might turn out and what might follow the holiday. So today, it's a chilly start. We're up into the mid-40s. This afternoon, cloudy skies, brief shower. As we head into tonight, it's looking still pretty quiet, but again, we'll dive into that weekend forecast coming up in a few minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks. Some congressional Democrats say
Welcome back to Sunrise on this Friday morning. Our photo of the day today takes us to the 840 or Ray Hill Trail, right along, of course, 840 in Whitesboro, of a beautiful morning on the trail. And this was taken by Ron of great shots of the sun overlooking some of the water there. A few of an amazing photo right here showcasing your neck of the woods. Send it to WKTV.com/weather/pics. Shout out to those of you watching from Whitesboro this morning and the surrounding area. It's technically right next to New Hartford, but either way, amazing photo right there. I mentioned you can catch a recap of our winter weather outlook show, but just as a quick preview of our official winter outlook this year, we're predicting above average snowfall and below average temperatures. The first time we predicted this in, I would say, maybe 5 or so years since it's been not as snowy, at least besides last year. But the signs point to similar winters like this one, which include above average snowfall. So again, you want the full story? You can see it online coming up later on in the day today. Gary?
A snowy one coming up.
Yep.
Eric, thanks. Wow, many are...
Central New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Happy Friday. After 2 pretty nice late fall days, yesterday and on Wednesday. Today, well, a few more clouds in the sky. Still, though, it's not that bad out. A live look at downtown Utica. Aside from the overcast, we're looking at a mostly dry day today. As we look here at the radar and satellite, the only chance of rain is from this afternoon cold front that moves through, potentially firing up a sprinkle or two, and even then it might not even last all too long. So if you're wondering what the rainfall chances today, pretty much negligible across the area. Now, it looks pretty overcast today. Tomorrow, a better shot for sunshine and a few breaks Sunday and Monday, but there's a chance of some more unsettled weather for the second half of the weekend. We'll dive into that right here. So a bigger picture shows a jet stream moving over us right now, steering this rain system to our south and east. Because of that, maybe a brief clipping of the southern tier in terms of rainfall, but the Mohawk Valley and north will be entirely dry for pretty much all of Saturday. Then, as we head into Sunday, we got this weak disturbance in the atmosphere that's going to move over us, producing a brief flurry or sprinkle depending on elevation. But besides that, nothing really notable in terms of any accumulations or whatnot. So looking at our skycast today, cloudy skies, a light shower in the afternoon. Then remains dry tonight, cloudy tomorrow. You can see here south of Route 23 could be a light shower early in the morning, but before you know it, the rain's already gone and it's dry and breezy with some sunshine peeking out just in time for the afternoon Saturday. Not too bad of a day to put up those Christmas lights. I've been saying it all week and I want to emphasize it because before you know it, the snow might be falling. Then as we head into Saturday night to Sunday, clouds increase, and then Sunday, a brief flurry or sprinkle. Nothing really impactful weather-wise for much of the day on Sunday. Here's a quick preview of traveling. I know some of you might be traveling somewhere or family might be traveling to you. Here's a look at the Syracuse forecast for the airport on Wednesday. High at 49, low at 33. On and off rainfall, but nothing that would impact potential delays, at least for now. We look around the U.S. Miami, obviously the hot spot, 80 degrees. Chicago, behind that cold air mass, 37 blustery degrees. And then near 50 and 60 in New York City and San Fran. San Fran, of course, looking dry as always. But the reason why I'm saying that right now is because the travel to Thanksgiving might not be too bad. It's what follows Thanksgiving heading into the weekend. We might be dealing with some pretty cold temperatures. We're still up on the fence about the potential for snowfall, but stay tuned for updates as we head throughout next week.
The news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and happy Friday. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
A lot of folks looking towards this weekend. A lot of craft fairs and people shopping. And how's it looking?
It's looking pretty quiet, Gary. Yeah, we have some minor rain chances, but nothing to worry about in terms of any major impacts. In fact, today, aside from a light sprinkle, it's looking mostly quiet. It is a little bit chilly to start, though. You're going to want to grab that winter jacket again this morning, but it's not downright frigid. Some of you might have some isolated frost, especially those highest elevations, but that's really about it. Live look in Oneonta this morning. It is a quiet start to your day today with temperatures in the upper 20s. So far, a little chilly, but again, mostly dry. We are looking at a brief shower this afternoon. and brief is pretty much putting it as out there as I can explain. It's basically a light sprinkle for some of you and dry for everyone else. This is not a very impressive rainfall system. There will be additional rain chances this weekend. I'll dive into who will see it, where will it fall, and how much. And then it's going to be turning unsettled next week. We're going to dive into that next week's forecast, talk about potential travel plans for Thanksgiving, what you could expect at the airport. And beyond that, what we could be following beyond Thanksgiving, heading into Black Friday and eventually early parts of December. Today, we're in the 40s, brief shower, otherwise pretty quiet conditions. Again, we're going to dive into all of that I just said coming up in a couple of minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks, and don't forget.
This live look of downtown Cooperstown is brought to you by the Leatherstocking Credit Union.
Welcome back. Happy Friday. We made it, everybody. The weekend is right around the corner, and it's not looking too bad, but maybe you'll be dodging some rain chances. We'll dive in here with your quick forecast in a minute, primarily as you head out to work this morning. Starting out early today, we will be beginning with a frosty start in some parts of the area that are still below freezing. It's not a hard frost. You might have to budget a quick scrape this morning, but besides that, it is a quiet start to your day today. Cloudy skies, overall pretty quiet morning out there, 32 degrees of temperature. Sunrise at 7:04, sunset at 4:36. So today's temperatures will peak into the mid-40s with a rain chance here and there. Wind speeds southwest around 4 to 5 miles an hour, so wind's not too bad either. And this weekend, we have some morning clouds and some afternoon sunshine on Saturday. And then maybe a light sprinkle or flurry on Sunday, but we'll time that out coming up in just a couple minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks. The abandoned former...
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning. Happy Friday. Today we begin with cloudy skies, quiet conditions across the area, temperatures in the 20s and 30s, so a little chilly to start. Take a live look at downtown Utica with some generally overcast skies to start your day today. Radar and satellite showing a low pressure system slowly approaching. Some elevated flurries not quite reaching the ground in parts of the Adirondacks, and then beyond it, there's that cold front moving its way in. That's our best shot for rain, if anything, today. It doesn't really appear to be that impressive in terms of any notable rainfall accumulations, but we'll dive into that in a second here. It's overcast day. We have some opportunity for sunshine Saturday afternoon, and then a mix of clouds and rain chances Sunday with some peaks of sunshine too. Monday, a little drier, but same story. Bigger picture shows a jet stream still directly over us right now, basically steering any system mainly north or south of us. But as we head into the middle of next week, that's when we'll start to see that jet stream shift, and that's how the storm paths might move a little differently, and we'll dive into that here too in a second. I want to focus here on Sunday's system right here, which is a weak disturbance moving in from the west, producing maybe a few flurries or sprinkles. But let's dive in here into the Skycast. Today it's cloudy, light rain moves in this afternoon. Even then, it's spotty. Some of us might not see any rain at all. Saturday morning, south of Route 23, could see a brief sprinkle or shower. Before you know it, it's already gone, and it's sunny out in the afternoon with highs in the mid-40s. Saturday night, it's looking mostly clear. We drop into the 30s and 20s, and then clouds will increase again. Sunday, cloudy, maybe a few flurries and sprinkles moving in, but again, impacts really non-existent. So let's fast forward to Wednesday next week. Some of you might be traveling, flying out, or family flying in. Syracuse Airport Wednesday, on and off rain, 49 the high, low of 33. Travel impacts really non-existent. Shouldn't expect any delays. In fact, heading anywhere else, New York City near 60 with a light rain chance. Miami, a isolated storm high of 80. looking like that's a big difference here. Chicago, 37. We got a cold front moving in. That's why it's a lot colder in Chicago on Wednesday. San Fran typically not really unaffected, 61 pretty much all year long. But as we head beyond Thanksgiving, notice our icon there has rain and snow mixtures because we're going to start cooling down following Thanksgiving. And it's still some uncertainty as to snowfall potential, directions, lake effect, whatnot. But we do know there's a cool down coming, and that might be affecting the weather for the weekend following Thanksgiving, but not this weekend, Gary. It's looking nice and sunny.
The turkey looks happy.
Yeah, we'll enjoy the Thanksgiving food.
Eric, thanks. Be sure to like us on Facebook. And again, thank you for joining us for this half hour. I'm Gary Liberatore, meteorologist Eric Gage over in the Weather Center. And Eric, once again, you're tracking a similar pattern as the last couple of days, right?
Yeah, chilly starts, mainly quiet days. Now, the one difference today, Gary, is we'll see a lot more clouds and maybe even a brief sprinkle, something I haven't seen in a while. Let's take a look right now at the current temperatures, though. We begin in the 30s, 32 Rome, 36 Hamilton. Out in western New York, by the way, we were pushing mid-40s, 43 Buffalo, 42 in Rochester, 45 in Dansville. A little bit cooler as you head down into the Hudson Valley. So we have an approaching front, which is why western New York warmer than, say, the Hudson Valley area. Live look in Oneonta. It is a quiet morning out there today. Pretty much all of us waking up to a dry start, maybe some frost in those higher elevations. Either way, we're tracking a brief shower today, and for the most part, it's a light chance. In fact, some of you might even see me rain at all. Either way, rain chances move in again this weekend. We'll dive into Saturday and Sunday's chances, who can see it, and even how much and when it falls. And then following that, it is turning more unsettled heading into next week. And this will definitely mean more impactful rain and maybe even some snow as we head beyond Thanksgiving. Of course, talk about that here coming up shortly. Again today, highs in the mid-40s, rain chance possible in the afternoon. We're going to dive into that travel forecast for Thanksgiving. Of course, timing out the rain chances, if any rain does fall this weekend, coming up in a few minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks. Some congressional Democrats.
Channel 2 is brought to you by Holland Farms Bakery and Deli. This live look of downtown Cooperstown is brought to you by the Leatherstocking Credit Union.
Welcome back to News Channel 2 at sunrise. Happy Friday. Our photo of the day today takes us to the 840 or Ray Hill Trail in Whitesboro, or New Hartford, whatever section you want to call it technically. But either way, an amazing shot right here of a beautiful morning sunrise there overlooking the waterway right next to the trail. Sent in by Ron. So shout out to Ron for this amazing photo, and a shout out to those of you watching from the Whitesboro area. If you have a photo like this you'd like to share with us, send it to WKTV.com/weather/pics. Now, we had our half-hour show, our Winter Outlook show, yesterday at 5:30. In case you missed it, here is our quick preview of this coming winter. The first time in quite a while, we are predicting an above-average snowfall for the season. This goes between 95 and 115 inches for the year, and a below-average temperature trend based off of La Nina in the southern Pacific, and a bunch of other factors which we can dive into if you want all information on how we got to these figures. You can check out the full broadcast, which will be online later on in the day today, the entirety of it. So, again, stay tuned for that. But for now, back to you, Gary.
Eric, thanks. Many are gearing.
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Happy Friday weekend, just right around the corner here. And today we start out dry, cloudy, and a bit chilly in the low 30s. Downtown Utica, pretty much a similar scene right here. We're in the low 30s, overcast conditions, and that's pretty much the same story across the entire central New York region. Radar and satellite picking up on this area of low pressure to our north. A few elevated flurries, maybe potentially falling in the High Peaks area. But this right here, there's that front I was mentioning yesterday. It's going to move its way eastward, producing maybe a light shower this afternoon. But not a whole lot in terms of any notable rainfall accumulation. So today is pretty cloudy, no doubt about it. Tomorrow, though, we'll have better opportunities for sunshine and even a few breaks in the clouds Sunday and Monday. But our best shot for sun following today will be tomorrow. Bigger picture shows a jet stream still surging right over us right now. And in the meantime, it's gliding two separate systems north and south of us for the most part. So we lucked out in terms of dry weather over the next few days, or drier weather compared to getting heavy rainfall this weekend like Pennsylvania is. But either way, once that rain system passes, it does dry up for much of the Northeast until Sunday, when that next round of sprinkles and rain come from a weak system to the west. Let's zoom in, though, here in our Skycast. What are you expecting this weekend? Well, you have a few sprinkles today. Tonight, it's dry. We'll see some partial clearing here and there, but mainly overcast skies. Maybe a rain shower south of Route 23 in Shenango and Otsego counties. Sunshine moves in Saturday afternoon with highs in the 40s. Tomorrow night, it's clear, lows in the 30s and 20s. Then clouds return again, and Sunday, a flurry or sprinkle, temperatures in the 40s, 30s up north. But either way, it is a relatively quiet, uneventful weekend, just slightly unsettled. If you were heading anywhere to Thanksgiving, or if anyone's heading here for Thanksgiving, here's a quick preview of what you can expect on Wednesday. Syracuse Airport, 49 the temperature, rain showers, low of 33, on and off rain showers, by the way. Heading anywhere else, New York City a little warmer, Miami obviously a lot warmer, 80 degrees with an isolated storm. San Fran 61, California obviously pretty normal this time of year, and then Chicago 37. The reason why it's so cold is we have an approaching cold front which will start to inch its way into our area beginning on Thanksgiving. See, the next 6 days we're in the 40s. Thursday, highs in the 30s, and we have a snow mix potential moving in. And then still uncertain as to the snowfall potential following Thanksgiving, but what we're confidence is increasing in the potential for colder air moving in following Thanksgiving.
A lot of people keeping the eye on that over the next week.
Yes, but no cold air this weekend. It's still seasonable and pretty dry.
Yeah, and that sunshine yesterday was unbelievable.
More sun on Saturday, Gary.
Eric, thanks. Well, the cost of tariffs, and Eric, the weekend before Thanksgiving, a busy one for many. Some may be hitting the road today, and it's not too bad out there.
Not too bad. We are tracking some rain out to our west. It's light, if any, and it's dry here in the Mohawk Valley. Let's take a look at our tower cam. It is a little more cloudy compared to yesterday. In fact, maybe a complete 180. It's almost completely overcast at this hour. And temperatures this afternoon remaining in the 30s, nearing 40 degrees. But as we head out west, we are looking at highs approaching the mid-40s right before that cold front rolls through. You can see actually it's even 50 in Dansville, but a lot cooler as you head out, say, to Glens Falls and Saranac Lake. Yorkville Battery Live Radar, again, we're tracking that front moving its way in to the New York State area. For right now, it's actually right in Toronto, just along the northwestern shores of Lake Ontario. But as we progress throughout the afternoon, it'll move through maybe a brief sprinkle. But how about this weekend? Well, we got some clouds Saturday morning, some sunshine in the evening, and we could be following some light rain or even a few flurries on Sunday. So we'll dive into that coming up in a couple of minutes. But again, today highs in the mid-40s, cloudy skies. We'll talk about that weekend forecast and an early preview of potential travel as you head throughout the week next week, straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. A federal judge in Washington has ordered the
WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Happy Friday, everybody. Weekend right around the corner here. And today, well, it's quiet. It's dry for the most part. We just got some cloudy skies, unlike yesterday. Not that plentiful sunshine that was more than welcome here across the area. Temperature sitting at 39 degrees, calm winds out there, so wind chill not too bad. Radar and satellite showing the approaching cold front here to the northwest. I mentioned a few minutes ago it's currently out near Toronto, and it's working its way to the south and east, eventually hitting the Mohawk Valley by the mid to late afternoon before sunset. But you can see here there's not a whole lot of rain, very moisture-starved front. So there's no doubt about it, it is a cloudy one today. We will be looking at a better opportunity for sunshine tomorrow. And a few breaks in the clouds Sunday and Monday. They won't be entirely overcast, but we'll be fighting those clouds. As this time of year, we get these days where we have a great pattern for sunshine to move in, but because temperatures are so cold and with the Great Lakes we have low-level moisture, it gets very difficult for that temperature to rise enough to erode those cloud layers, which is why, again, this is the cloudiest time of the year, entering November through the pretty much most of wintertime. Bigger picture shows that cold front, as I mentioned, working its way east. Following that, our next chance of rain would be from that system that's mainly staying south of us. The jet stream is steering it well out to sea. It will be impacting mainly the southern New England coast and of course, New York City and Pennsylvania. Then as we head into Sunday, our next weather maker is right here. Maybe a few sprinkles, maybe a few flurries. Besides that, it's looking to be a pretty dry one for much of the weekend. So our skycast today showing the arrival of that front right around, well, actually a little before sunset. Then following that is a dry morning. Maybe areas south of Route 23 in Shenango and Otsego County could see a brief shower early in the morning, but that's about it. That exits as quickly as it arrives, and then by the afternoon, a little blustery, but we're going to see some sunshine. Temperatures peaking in the mid-40s, so very nice day tomorrow by November standards. And then by Saturday night, it's going to be clear for the most part. Temperatures falling into the 20s, and then Sunday, cloudy. Increasing clouds, I should say, and then the arrival, a few spotty rain showers and flurries. Nothing very impactful from this system either way. And then a quick preview if you were heading out to anything Thanksgiving-wise, maybe even by Wednesday of next week. The temperature, 49 at the airport, on and off rain. No impacts personally, in my opinion, when it comes to flight delays or cancellations. And then looking around the U.S., obviously, you know, Miami, very warm this time of year. Chicago, and point of that, 37 the temperature out there. The reason for that is because we're tracking a big cold front, or at least a big air mass of cold temperatures working in following Thanksgiving. Notice here, the next 7 days, or at least next 6 days, we're in the 40s, then 39 the high Thursday as that front rolls through. So the first half of the Thanksgiving week, pretty mild, pretty warm, actually by November standards, and by the second half of the weekend toward the early start of December, a much different story. We got some cooler temperatures on the way.
Yeah, get outside tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Get out and do anything you want, chores-wise, or just relaxing, taking a nice walk, because pretty soon it's going to get pretty chilly.
Yeah, Eric, thanks. Well, the abandoned former Columbus school building. Meteorologist Eric Gage joining us now. And Eric, what a difference when the sun is not out from yesterday to today.
I know, right? You look outside and it's gorgeous, completely blue skies. Now a complete 180 today, Gary. Yes, a live look at our tower cam. We have overcast skies across the area, but there's really no rainfall to report here. Pretty much all of upstate New York are reporting clouds, no rain. But heading out to the Finger Lakes, eventually western New York, you see those warmer temperatures pushing 50, say near Dansville. Now, that's driven in by a southwesterly wind ahead of this cold front. Anytime we see these cold fronts, right ahead of it is where that warm pocket is. But you see this leading edge, there's actually a series of them taking place here. But for just simplicity's sake, there's the actual cold front moving through Toronto. Spotty rain, even then, look at that, it's falling apart. There is unimpressive rain totals with this system here. A quick preview this weekend. We have some clouds early Saturday, sunshine in the afternoon, maybe a rain shower early. I'll tell you exactly where coming up in a few minutes. Plus, we'll talk about those rain chances, even a few flurry chances heading into Sunday. All that coming up in your all-important weekend forecast. Gary.
Eric, thanks. Sleep in heavenly peace and the
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good afternoon. Happy Friday. After a couple of days of more than welcome sunshine, today a bit opposite. We have a few clouds in the sky. In fact, I'd say more than a few. Generally overcast out there, but it's pretty quiet. Temperatures sitting at the upper 30s, low 40s, calm winds at this hour, so great news on that front. Nowhere near as blustery as earlier this week. Radar and satellite picking up on that cold front moving in from the northwest, and still it's behaving as expected. It's barely producing any rainfall. It's going to move its way through the area today, maybe a brief light shower if that, but anything notable, pretty much non-existent with this front. And again, you always have that dry air in place here. That always prevents that type of system from producing any notable accumulations. When it comes to sunshine, don't worry, we're not out of the woods with sun just yet. We have more sun on the way tomorrow afternoon, and then we might be combating the clouds Sunday and Monday for at least a few glimpses of that elusive blue sky. This time of year, it's pretty common because you need some mixing in the atmosphere, you need some warmth moving in, and when you have the Great Lakes over here to the west and some cold air, it gets much more difficult for that cloud layer to mix its way out. So this time of year, typically the cloudiest here in central New York. There's that cold front moving its way in because the jet stream's directly over us. See this rain system? It's passing south and east of us. Maybe some sections in Chenango and Otsego County might see a brief shower early Saturday, but that's really about it. Our next notable rain system comes here from the northwest, but even then, it's really fizzling out before it reaches our area. Just, again, that dry air is really helping us out in terms of a lack of any serious rain or snow. So our skycast shows clouds today. There's that front moving a little before sunset. Might have enough to maybe get your windshield wet a little bit, but that's really about it. In fact, a lot of us might even stay entirely dry. Early Saturday, there's that cloudy sky returning. Again, as I mentioned, south of Route 23 and parts of the southern tier right there could see maybe a brief shower, but as quick as it arrives, it exits, and we got some of that sunshine moving in Saturday afternoon. A little blustery, but this time of year we get any of that sunshine, take advantage of it, and we put up those Christmas lights. Sunday morning, clouds will increase, and here comes that system of passing flurry or sprinkle, somewhat damp, but again, nothing really impactful. If you have any plans this weekend, this would likely not interfere with that. So, most importantly, we have Thanksgiving coming in pretty quickly by next week. And if you're traveling anywhere, well, our quick early preview of traveling on Wednesday, 49 the high with some rain showers at the Syracuse airport. Look at some of the major cities on Wednesday. New York City near 60 with some rainfall. Chicago 37. That's the key here because that's the backside of a massive cold air mass arriving potentially by after Thanksgiving. See here, 40s for the next 6 days, 39 the high on Thanksgiving. Once that system moves through, we could be seeing much in terms of a cooler temperature trend. It's still too early for any snowfall potential, accumulations and whatnot, but enjoy this milder stretch before December comes in with some much more December-like conditions. Gary?
Eric, thanks. We are back with News Talk. Our guest,
Arthur Green, resigning from Congress. Trump and Mamdani are friends. This is a very strange world we're living in, but thankfully we have Bill Cardis as our constant. You are here at the Weather Center, Bill, tonight. As scheduled. Predictable, reliable, dependable. We're happy to have
20 years in January. Can you believe that?
Phenomenal. Phenomenal.
Hey, we are looking at pretty good weather here for the weekend.
Wonderful.
There's one other thing we can count on here in central New York, and that's clouds in November. They're going to be around here for most of the weekend. We should see a little bit of sunshine late tomorrow, though. So if you're looking to get out and see the sun, that's going to be the best time to do it. Saturday looks to be better the 2 weekend days. Sunday, light snow showers early, a few sprinkles in the afternoon. Not really the nicest day to be outdoors, but the precipitation isn't expected to be super heavy. 41. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. It's quiet, 40 degrees. Actually pretty mild for this time of night, this time of the year. Clouds linger into tonight and early Saturday. A mix of snow and rain showers on Sunday. And we're looking ahead to Thanksgiving week. It does look a bit unsettled, especially as we head towards the holiday. Tonight, we're looking at cloudy skies, temperatures in the mid-30s. I've got to look at the weekend forecast coming up. Luke, back to you.
Bill, thank you very much. I won't tell you.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We are taking a live look in downtown Utica. It is cloudy and it is pretty quiet. We've been seeing a couple of sprinkles here earlier this evening, but things have quieted down. And the weather is going to start out pretty nice as we head into the start of the weekend. Again, we're tracking clouds giving way to sunshine tomorrow, temperatures in the low 40s. A light sprinkle or a flurry on Sunday, temperatures in the low 40s. If you're searching for sunshine, it's going to be pretty hard to get it after tomorrow because we're into a pretty cloudy pattern Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. We may see a few breaks Monday, but I think it's going to be hard to find sunshine here as we get into a much cloudier weather pattern. Another thing that's hard to find is daylight. We're going to continue to see darker conditions. Today's sunset 4:31, and it doesn't change very much going forward. 5 o'clock will be very much pitch black for the next several weeks. We do start to gain daylight at the end of the day by the middle of December, believe it or not. We'll see the sunset time change. It's around December 12th when it starts to get a little bit brighter, and it doesn't match up to the winter solstice. It's actually a couple of weeks earlier, at least for the sunset time. A reminder, you can always get weather information on the go by downloading our Storm Tracker 2 weather app. The bigger picture shows a rain system that's going to pass just to our south. It's going to be a pretty close call here. This will be affecting southern Otsego and Chenango County. Our weather comes in from the northwest. We'll see breaks in the overcast tomorrow, and then these snow showers will be working their way in for early Sunday. Storm Tracker 2 Skycast tonight. A couple of showers are possible well to the south. Otherwise, it's pretty quiet, cloudy temperatures in the mid-30s. Tomorrow night, or I should say on Saturday, clouds give way to sunshine. Temperatures climb into the low 40s, partly cloudy skies tomorrow night. And then on Sunday, it is looking cloudy, and there are expected to be a few light snow showers early in the day. Little of this is expected to accumulate, and with temperatures being above freezing, I'm not expecting any problems on the roads. Rain showers here as we head into the afternoon, temperatures in the low 40s. We will get a chance to dry out Sunday night, and the stage is set for pretty nice weather to start the work week. Cloudy skies tonight, low of 36. Tomorrow, decreasing clouds, temperatures in the mid-40s. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Clouds, showers here on Sunday, 41. Monday, mostly cloudy, 43. For holiday travel heading towards Thanksgiving, it's looking wet Tuesday and Wednesday. Temperatures in the 40s. Rain and snow showers Thanksgiving. We could be talking about some lake effect snow on Friday with temperatures in the mid-30s. We'll be right back.
Sorry, we were actually not going to do that just yet. Yeah,
We're here.
Yeah, we will. Here we are. It's like looking in a mirror, Bill Curtis. And as we said on Facebook, we did not coordinate this.
I don't know.
all.
How did this happen?
I don't know. I didn't
Yeah,
even have your
that's
phone
great.
number before tonight, which is very true. And now I have it. I can actually read it out if folks want to know what your phone number is. No, we're not going to do it? Okay, cut to the forecast.
Come on, let's cut to the camera. Talking about some nice weather here to start the weekend. Saturday, clouds in the morning, sunshine in the afternoon. On Sunday, some sprinkles early. A little bit of flurries in the morning, but then by the afternoon, that turns over to rain. It's very light, though. Temperatures in the low 40s. Pretty nice start to the weekend here, and we're looking at dry conditions tonight on the Yorkville Battery. Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, 39 degrees, the current temperature. We stay above freezing tonight. And again, tracking some clouds for early Saturday, snow and rain showers Sunday. I'm focused on Thanksgiving week and how travel is looking like heading into the big holiday. I think we're going to be dealing with some rain. Tonight, temperatures drop into the mid-30s. I've got to look at that weekend forecast coming up. Luke, back to you.
Bill, thank you very much.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. Welcome back. We're taking a live look in downtown Utica. Pretty quiet night across central New York. Had a couple of sprinkles here earlier this evening, but things are drying out. This is a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Sunshine is going to be a limited commodity as we head into the weekend, but we might see a little bit late Saturday. That'll be our best chance for the next probably 7 days. Looking at a very cloudy pattern Sunday and beyond, maybe a few breaks of sunshine Monday. Sunset times aren't going to change very much. They'll be right around 4:30 here for the next couple of weeks, really through the next month. We're getting closer to the winter solstice, which is only a month away, believe it or not. Reminder, you can get weather information on the go by downloading our Storm Tracker 2 weather app. This area of low pressure is going to pass just to our south tonight. It'll bring Otsego and Chenango County some late rain showers. Our weather comes in from the northwest, so this will be Sunday's weather, a few late snow showers and rain showers arriving early. Storm Tracker 2 Skycast, cloudy skies tonight. Again, a brief shower, southern Otsego and Chenango County. Otherwise, it's dry across the Mohawk Valley and North Country. And we'll start out tomorrow morning with temperatures in the 30s. Clouds give way to sunshine tomorrow afternoon. Temperatures climb into the low 40s. Partly cloudy skies tomorrow night. We'll see clouds on Sunday. A few snow showers. Actually, I think widespread snow showers early. I don't think the snow is going to stick with temperatures above freezing and a few rain showers late in the day. We'll get a chance to dry out heading into Sunday night. Cloudy tonight, low 36. Tomorrow, looking at mostly cloudy skies, better chance for sunshine late in the day, 43. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Rain, snow showers Sunday, 41. Monday, looking mostly cloudy, 43. We're expecting rain Tuesday and Wednesday heading into the holiday. Big travel days there. Thanksgiving, rain showers to snow showers, and lake effect snow showers on Friday. Luke, back to you.
Bill, thank you very much.